Hello there, spiritual lovers. It's me, Divine Divinity, aka Brandy. Spiritual lovers, be sure to join me on Instagram at my quaint page. It is divine underscore divinity. That is DIVINE underscore divinity. DIVINTY. Spiritual lovers, I hope that everyone is having a great weekend. Same old here. I'm not going to tell a lie. I know that it's supposed to be a holiday for Mother's Day, but I feel like every day is our day. Anytime we get up and we are able to move, clean, cook, and do for our children, it's a blessed moment. But that's just my opinion. Spiritual lovers, I wanted to get on here right quick and explain to you why your sacral energy is very important, especially right now. Yesterday I went over the root chakra. Today I'm going to go over your sacral chakra because, spiritual lovers, I noticed. Now, with the sacral energy, just to make you aware, it never has to be activated, reactivated. It never leaves. It's always activated in the body, spiritual lovers, always. And the main reason why is because it's a tricky energy. If anyone understands what I mean, then you know what sacral energy is used for and what it promotes highly within us. And it's also attuned with our emotions. So, getting to the point, if you can get your hand on a orange candle, and it depends upon your energy, spiritual lovers. I want you to understand that in your energy, if you are what we call a high voltage sacral energy lover, then you might want to get a small candle. And if you are one that is of a low caliber sacral energy, which means normally you don't get much done and your focus is mainly on using that energy to love one another, then I'm going to recommend that you go ahead and get that big sacral orange energy candle. And you're going to want to, number one, cleanse and consecrate it. We know how I said to do it. And then you want to anoint it, aka enchant it, spiritual lovers, to be a phone call to the spirit realm that you need their help. Most of the time, we don't know how to flow on our sacral energy because the main thing that they talk about when dealing with the sacral energy is the sexuality, and they make it seem as though that's the only thing it represents, and it isn't. Your emotions filter through that, your relationships filter through your sacral energy. And I'm going to tell you right now, if for 30 or 40 days you can restrain yourself, you will find that everything that you need, from working efficiently, getting things done, making groceries, it can all be done in one day simply by you, because you're able to use that sacral energy and focus, right? Right. So, spiritual lovers, I wanted to come on here and let you know, number one, it never needs to be activated. Your sacral energy is pretty much always up and running. I guarantee it. You know. So when you put it on your altar and you do what you have to do, what I told you to do with your lovely hands above the candle, cleansing and consecrating it, anointing it and enchanting it to do what you needed to do, it then over there in 5D spiritual realm awakens your abiding ones, those your guides and your ancestors, that will show you where to aim that sacral energy in this world so that you can become the greatest version of you. And the way that is done is through your dreams. Normally, mine is with my eyes wide open. I get a glimpse. They'll show me something, and I'll then know where to aim for. But most of the time, I see a lot of people are confused that why their relationships do not go well. Why are they not to their highest quality? Why are I guess, their endeavors and things they're working on with other people and partnerships, and their money is funny. And it's mainly because your sacral energy is probably, like I said, it's never not activated, it's probably blocked. On a serious note, I like to put this out here. It often happens with sacral energy that it becomes blocked when you have been sexually abused. Now, anything that I say right here and right now, spiritual lovers, is not because I am a therapist in the Matrix. No, I am your local spiritual therapist and your babysitter. So I am in no way saying that when you listen to my videos, this is going to cause you to look away from the Matrix therapist. No, because I believe that medication works just as well. Anxiety is real as you allow it to be within your mind, and it stems out from somewhere. So don't listen all that. Let them work hand in hand. So when you listen to this video, you'll understand that if things are not drawn into you very easily, 9 out of 10, it's your block sacral. And it deals with your emotions. That means your relationships and how you deal with others and how you problem solve in your everyday life. And I know a lot of people think that has more to do with the heart chakra. No, our whole body is in alignment. It's like ding, 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 ding. They all work together to make you who you are, as the special person you're placed here to be. So you'll take that sacral candle and you'll first alert anybody that's abiding, that means abiding by good, and the spiritual realm to come and help you out here in the 3D, things you can see, smell, touch, and feel. I think every time I say that, I get more used to using it 3D. And just the I've always saying the matrix or the universe and the world we live in. Either way, getting back to it, spiritual lovers, I need you to understand that if you have ever dealt with sexual abuse, please note that when lighting that orange candle, you are awakening yourself. Your soul is going to come forward along with your spirit. I call them the spiritual twins. And what one feels, the other one, well, I'll say it like this. The spirit filters anything for the soul to collect. So it's like a umbilical cord to a fetus from the parent. The spirit, it flows through it. That's the filter. And the soul, it takes what's left of it. That's the nutrients the soul gets. So I'm telling you how far it runs deep and how many layers you have going on with you before you touch that orange candle. These things may rehatch throughout the day as that candle burns down, because that call is officially being placed through to the spirit realm. And they're going to start pointing out things that's either blocking you, that you literally probably put to the back front and you don't want to deal with it at all. But those things have to come forward in order to unblock you. So I want to make you all aware to get a pen and paper or your notebook, your journal, whatever you call it, and write down those emotions, those visions and things that come to you. And as they come through, burn them. As they come through, burn them. Ashes to ash, dust to dust. Wait for the great wind to come and let it blow it. Just let it blow it on. Some will say, will this work? Yes, it does work. And let me tell you why. Anything that you project outside of yourself becomes outside of yourself. So it's just like taking an idea that's been plaguing you, and you finally say, okay, I'm going to do the project. I'm going to get it done. That type of feeling. We all know how that feels. That's the inner child. Okay, I get it done. You're going to then take that, put it to the paper, and its emotions and what stems from that, and you're going to light a fire to it, wait for the great wind, and release it. Dump it all on out there and let it blow away. I just want to show everyone how magical you truly are. And let's not even just say that you're magical, but I want you to understand how much a piece of God is truly within you. That everything you need to heal you is actually within you. I'm just giving you steps to activate it because I state again, I have to catch this. The sacral energy does not need to be activated. It is already activated. It can be misguided. Now, going back to the part of releasing the sexual abuse issues. The more you release and you admit to yourself what is and what has happened to you, the more it calls a healing within you. Because not only is your flesh admitting that it happened, it gives room for the spirit to digest it, filter it through, and send it to the soul like, are we good? Are we good, soul? And the soul like, yes, that's all I wanted you to do, was admit that it really happened. I'm not saying that your life is going to be spectacular after that, but what you choose to do with the fact of that healing is up to you. I just would like to be there, walking with you when you heal, because I like things like that. I like to see people better. So, with that being said, spiritual lovers, we now duly note sacral energy don't need no help of activation. It's always going to be activated as long as it's girl meet boy and boy meet girl. It stays activated. You just want to get the energy going in the right direction and aim it properly so that you can get things done, be more efficient in our community, your community, wherever you may be at this point in time. I know that this might be hard for mostly women, and hey, I know everybody's going to say, what? This is easy for a woman. Not really. If the woman has a mate or others to love one in her life, women tend, real true nurturing women who are, I'm not going to say that. I was going to say that are spiritually balanced in the right way. They tend to know when to give and when not to. It's the whole duality of the feminine meets masculine inside, but one that's more, overgiving and not spiritually balanced. She could overgive at times. I've been there too. So I'll say it like this: for the women, give yourself 30 to 40 days. If the person that you're with don't understand that, then obviously they don't want to see you become your better you, or you're just not explaining it to them correctly what your mission is and what to do. Just don't be cold turkey, because that's just foul, but explain it to them what you're trying to do and what you need to heal. And if they love you and they care as they say they do, they'll join you in the journey. I think this is very important to stress: your alignment. Your alignment should always be your assignment. I'm not saying that everything has to be every day perfect in your life. We know that's a lie. But what I am saying is that it's very important for you to align yourself and stay aligned. 30 to 40 days without it, I guarantee you'll be like on point at work. Your relationships, it's not gonna, when you're sitting down and talking to your friends, it's no longer womp 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 like Charlie Brown's mother. No, you're gonna actually understand what they're saying because your mind is not somewhere else fantasizing. It's right there listening. It's communicating. It's letting your friend know you care and that you're listening. Try it, because that, with the spirit realm, it's all good. They will help you, but if you don't do the work, what's the point? What's the point of going forward? I'm only telling you these things in sacred because these are things that are really sacred to the spirit realm. They're there to help you, and we often hear it, but people go, I can't hear them, I don't see them. No, it's not, because I think you're looking for a visual. The only time you're going to actually get a visual is when you go to your dream state, which is the spirit state. And you're probably going to see some people come to you and talk to you about many things and you're like, I just don't know who they were. But don't disregard what they said. You don't have to know who they are. They're your ancestors. You don't even have to meet them or even look like them. They're your ancestors. Write down what they said and go look it up. It's like the information is right there, y'all. And here I am making this video, walking you through the doors because I want you to heal. I want you to be a better version of yourself. The world will tell you many things, but what they can't tell you is that you're not somebody. You're somebody, and you count. So, one way, spirit realm, orange candle, sacral candle, cleanse and consecrate, anoint to enchant. Get that part done in the spirit realm. Let it burn down. Let your ancestors heed the call. And then they coming. And then you keep your journal. You're going to have some weird dreams. That's a guarantee. I'm telling you, the way the spirit realm communicates sometimes. My God. All you need to know, spiritual lovers, is that it's accurate. As off the top as it may seem, you could look it up on Google and it not mean anything of what you thought it was. Not at all. Guaranteed. So it could be just a simple thing they're saying, but using words that you may not understand. Sometimes it'll be a herb. It could be anything they tell you. Just write it down and go with the flow of it. It's a great journey to go on. And I call it the journey of meeting your true self. Because it's you. And if you don't perhaps want to do it that way, which I think is the best way, because you're going to always need help. Even if I'm not here making a video, you're going to always need help. So you might as well alert them and the 5D to help you out. And another way is dealing with sacral energy is also grounding yourself. I know, right? It's like, you thought that was just for the root. No. Another thing is stretching, yoga, sitting in sea salt baths for the sacral. And you know what you're soaking. Calm it down. Put it to a halt of a sizzle. Okay? I'm human at the end of the day, so I know how it really feels. But it's a good feeling after you achieve it, I guarantee, and the results that it bring. My God. So, me saying personally to you all, that's 2 ways. Grounding. Well, I gave you several ways in that one little, you got yoga, you got all of that stuff out here. Don't do dance, because dance, as soon as you start thrusting that pelvis everywhere, you're going to have some thoughts, and you don't want to reactivate that. That's for deactivation at this current time. 30 to 40 days. Yay! I would also like to say, if you're in a relationship that requires that all y'all do is that, but you up here on spiritual channels looking for the answers, pick one. Stay in those vain one-level relationships that don't elevate, because when they show up, you already know what's going down. You are. No, that's me. I'm sorry. But you get what I'm saying. Pick one. Pick them and their lusty needs and a little bit of yours. Or pick yourself. Give all that attention to you and your work and your relationships that have been with you for years that are meaningful. Makes sense to me, right? Which one you should pick, but I'll just let you be the judge of that. And as far as the yoga goes and the stretching goes, whatever one is good for you, because we're all different prototypes. I don't care what anyone says. What works for me will not work for you. Sometimes I have to do all 3. I'm not going to lie. And then I get back to work. I get back to it. And that's just how I am, though. But for others who don't want to stress themselves out, I have a feeling that yoga will be good for a lot of you guys. Yeah, I would pick yoga and stretching as another result. Just don't burn the candle. That's just like saying prayer without works is what? Exactly. So, you're going to burn the candle, ask for help in the 5D, and then get back to you, right? Pick up in between those lines. I have told you why it's so important. I have let you know that it doesn't need to be activated. It just need to be guided, because it's most of the time misguided energy that we use every day. And if you come across this and you happen to be an exotic dancer, you're a dancer. You thrusting your pelvis has nothing to do with what you do after you thrust. What you do is what your profession is, an exotic dancer. That to me doesn't mean anything. Well, besides the fact you may be banking more than the rest of us here, but other than that, and that's mainly because you are using your sacral energy. Yeah, exotic dancers make more money than most people because they're using their sacral energy. I feel torn. I want to say good for you, but then part of me feels like eyes are on me, like I know better. But spiritual lovers, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that there is no judgment in your heart about yourself nor others. Have a wonderful Mother Day for all the mothers out there. And for the men, I already know that you are great parents in your own right. Keep hope alive, everybody, and I'll talk to you later. Divine Divinity out. Bye.